Welcome to episode 1 of Shelter Cats. So to start, I thought I'd just talk about, me, who I am, like a brief intro, and why I'm doing a podcast about shelter cats. Like, what does that even mean? I am not a professional podcaster. I don't even have the right equipment yet. I'm literally talking into my phone. So this is an amateur podcast. I personally can't stand my voice. I think I sound very nasal in Brooklyn. I even think I sound like Michael Cohen a little bit, but I like Michael Cohen, so that's okay. I'm just a dude who likes cats, who's owned cats for his entire life, who's had multiple cats, who just everything about cats. And I want to feature a podcast that doesn't talk about show cats or special cats or... You remember that hero cat from about 10 years ago? None of my cats are heroes, well, in that sense of the word. Like, none of my cats, or the cats I'm going to feature, or the people I'm going to feature, have gone viral, like that kind of thing. Just regular cats, and how I think regular, everyday shelter cats, and even street cats, because I've taken in a few strays, can literally change your life, and change the life of those around you, and just literally keep you on this earth. I can tell you for a fact, and I'll say this a lot, I would not be here today if it wasn't for a particular one of my cats who came from a shelter on Long Island. So who am I? My name is Dan. I'm in my late 40s. I live on Long Island. I'm currently a data analyst for a healthcare company. I've been a museum curator, I've been an office manager, I've been a cashier in a grocery store, a cashier in a wine store. I've done many things except exotic dancing. No, thank you. I don't think there's a market for that. But I'm just somebody who loves animals, particularly cats. I love dogs, I love all animals, but I've had a particular affinity for cats my entire life. And I started out loving cats as a kid, growing up in Brooklyn, where I grew up, which was near Coney Island. There were tons of stray cats all over. I don't think rescue and TNR may have been as prevalent then as it was now. Is prevalent the right word? But when I was a kid, my uncle, my great uncle, grandmother's brother, had a lampshade store in Brooklyn. Some of you, if you are younger people listening, you just went, lampshade store? Can't I just go to Target? Nope. In those days, you went to a lampshade store to get lampshades or to get your lampshades redone. He sold them. He made them. He had a little place in the back of the store where they'd make lampshades, and that was walking distance. So as a kid, I would go there, and he fed so many stray cats in the neighborhood. And that was really my start of my love for cats. When I was a kid, I couldn't wait to go to the store, to Reisman's lampshade store, Reisman's Shades. I could not wait to go there to see the cats and hang out with the cats. He built little boxes in the back of the store. There was like a back little outdoor area in the back where the garbage was. And he cleaned it up, and he built little shelters for them. And he built a cat door so the cats came and went in the store. You'd walk into the store, and it was one of those, like, the doors, there were showcase windows on either side, and the door was recessed. So you'd walk into the door, and you'd see cats. There was always like 5 or 6 at a time. You'd see them popping out of the lampshades in the store. So anybody who went in to look for a lampshade or to get their lampshade fixed, they just knew there'd be cats. So I couldn't wait to go there every time when I was a kid. Mommy, can we go to the lampshade store? Can we go to Uncle Willie's lampshade store? I need to see the cats. And I'd go, and I'd just sit myself on the floor, and 2 or 3 cats would come over and hang out with me. And that was really my start of my love for cats. And as soon as I moved out on my own, I adopted my first cat. And it's really just been a love affair with cats ever since. I love dogs. I live in an apartment. My landlord has a pit bull. I love him. But there's just something about living with cats. And there's something about a cat and the way they connect with you that I just think is a very special thing. And that's what I'm going to share in this podcast. I'll tell stories about my cats and more stories about my background, whether you want to hear it or not. I will ramble about my background. Growing up in Brooklyn, I will talk about the special cats in my life. I will talk about how literally my cat, Tucker, who's sleeping right next to me, prevented me from literally taking my life when I was going through a rough patch about a year and a half ago. I will talk about that. I will sniffle because I occasionally have allergies. I'm just a regular dude who loves cats. I'm going to have special guests, special to me. I'm friends with a lot of the Long Island rescues on the island. I want to talk about them. I want to have them tell their stories and talk about what they do, because there are so many local rescue groups, and wherever you are in the world, there are the same thing by you. There are so many local rescue groups who work tirelessly to get cats off the streets or get cats out of high kill shelters. I currently have a foster. His name is Taylor. He is 13 years old, and he was literally 24 hours away from being euthanized. Had I not said, I will take him in, I will try to work with him. And in 2 weeks' time, he turned into the sweetest cat. So I will feature local rescue people who can talk about what they do and try to get their word out. I'm going to have people on that day and night rescue animals and get them out of bad situations. All those kind of things. All about shelter cats, rescue cats, and how I think they make such a big difference. And I'm hoping you'll like the stories. I'm hoping you'll get used to my nasal accent. I'm hoping you'll listen. I'm not looking to make money off of this. I'm not looking to do anything except just tell some stories about how I think you don't need to go and spend hundreds of dollars on a fancy schmancy cat. That's what I'll call them. How just going to your shelter, going to your rescue group, and adopting just a cat from a shelter, a regular cat, one that connects with you, how they could absolutely change your life, save your life, and make things so much more fulfilling. I go to bed every night and I see my cats sleeping, or they're waiting for me to come into bed so they can curl up with me. And it is the most wonderful feeling in the world when a cat loves you and wants to cuddle with you and wants to show you their affection. So that's my brief intro, and I hope you join me for this journey.